Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you start by introducing yourself, your name, your title, and your organization?
So I'm Sigalit Marmostein. I'm a nurse and a nurse practitioner, and I am the CEO and founder of BabyLiveAdvice.
All right. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Siggy. Is this your first HITLAB Summit, or have you been to these before?
This is my first HITLAB Summit, but I participated in the HITLAB innovation competition, and I was the winner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
which was really wonderful. Yeah. So that was about 2 months ago, and that was really exciting. Yeah.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
and welcome back.
you.
It's so good to have you here.
Thank
I was
you.
wondering if you could go into a little bit about BabyLiveAdvice, what you guys do, what's your mission, and who are you helping?
So BabyLiveAdvice is a telehealth solution that is integrated into the care of mothers and their babies. We support parents and their babies from preconception, just before they get pregnant, all the way till the baby is 1 year of age. We funded in California, actually started off as in the Innovation Institute as a pilot. We piloted for 3 years and found out that this was really a great solution. And so we actually funded the company in 2019 and been serving women ever since.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
So I'm wondering that as a nurse practitioner, did you see kind of a gap in this sort of in telehealth field that could be filled, or was there another inspiration for your company that you wanted to help benefit women with?
Well, personally, I went through my own pregnancies with terrible lack of knowledge. And even though I was a nurse and a nurse practitioner at the time, I felt like I knew nothing about my own body, my pregnancy, what to expect. I did a lot of reading, but that did not really help me to understand what was going on with myself. But that was, when I started BabyLiveAdvice, it was 19 years past. So as a nurse practitioner, I saw a lot of the same as what I experienced, which was lack of knowledge, lack of empowerment of women to really understand their bodies going through pregnancy. And a lot of that very quick appointments that were not engaging enough for parents to be having a good health outcome. And as you know, United States is the deadliest place by which to have a child in the industrial world, which is an embarrassment by itself.
Absolutely.
So that all of that put together was the incubus for BabyLiveAdvice.
All right. So kind of going off of a similar point, as someone who has personal experience with this sort of need for telehealth, how has that impacted how you run your company and allowed for you to make sure that your patients and users have a good connection with the people they're working with at BabyLiveAdvice?
We definitely are a social enterprise, so our providers are all women. 90% of them are also mothers, so they need also the ability to work from home while they're doing what they're passionate about, which is caring for other people without having to carry a 12-hour shift in a hospital or having to find childcare for the child when they want to be able to work. On the other side of it is the same thing with women, right? If they need to get to the doctor's office, the hours are not the right hours for them. They may not have transportation. They may not be able to leave their child with somebody. So telehealth is definitely the bridge into that. And another thing is we're very mission-based in what we do. So we are there to support people, both our providers as well as the patients that we are caring for. I can tell you that sometimes our providers need some help, and so we're there for them as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you launched in 2019, which obviously is right before 2020 when the pandemic hit, and with it, the popularity of telehealth. So how have you seen that increase in popularity affect your company, and how are you going to ride that wave and continue to expand?
Well, definitely started BabyLiveAdvice as a concept way before pandemic. So the pandemic was definitely an incubus for us. We definitely noticed that we were at the right place at the right time when that need was arise, and that was a massive accelerator for us. We have grown about 600% since COVID.
Wow.
We have signed up with a lot of health systems. We closed our first seed round in 2022 with investors who are actually very institutional investors. And we definitely are seeing the need for this gap to be filled now with this way, because there's no other way to do this unless you do it virtually. Women are very busy.
Of course.
They need a virtual solution.
They
don't have the time to go anywhere. So yeah.
No, I completely agree. And as a women-run company, how have you seen that positively impact your growth and the clients who use it?
I think it's very hard to be a women's health company or a women-run company, but I think that staying true to your mission definitely helped our growth, because people see through the fact that we are there for a mission. We are a mission-based company. And so when we are interacting with consumers, they really do see that. It comes through. We are making sure that everybody understands we're not here in this for money. We're in this for the health. Money will come with it, but the health is the most important thing for us.
Right. And what do you see the next steps being for BabyLiveAdvice in order to continue growing? And what is your message to potential users in order to build that trust between you and your platform? And receiving advice about a very intimate and personal experience can be stressful and requires a lot of trust. So how do you work to build that trust?
So the one thing we do very uniquely in BabyLiveAdvice is that we match our patients culturally and linguistically with our providers. So immediately there is this connection. We make sure that our providers are from the community of the patients that we serve. So if we are serving Navajo Nation in New Mexico, our providers are Navajo from New Mexico. And so there is an immediate connection there. In a growth potential, people always ask us about scalability. There are not enough providers in a health system, but the reality is that for BabyLiveAdvice, when we put an ad in the paper, we get 600 to 700 applicants. So we do believe that there's a scale to this. We believe that we'll continue in this mission. BabyLiveAdvice is serving some women in Africa, somewhere in Colombia, and we definitely here want to serve every community in the United States.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to me about your mission and answering all my questions. I really appreciate it, and good luck to you and your company.
Thank you so much.
Of
Thank you
course.
for doing this.
Yeah.